We are back on the case with the spiritual detective on what is clairvoyance. Follow me. As usual, we'll start with the textbook definition of what clairvoyance is. I like to get into it. Clairvoyance, as Webster would define it, is a noun. It's the power or faculty of discerning objects not present to the senses, and two, ability to perceive matters beyond the range of ordinary perception. The way I define clairvoyance is as clear seeing, okay? Clear seeing with your mind's eye or your third eye. Clairvoyance is one of five of these psychic senses, okay? Five, you ask? Yes, we all have five senses. So you have the sight, you have the sense of sight, smell, taste, touch, and the ability to hear, with all of your physical attributes such as your eyes, nose, mouth, hands, and ears. But psychically, we use the same senses except for they're heightened and extend beyond the physical. Okay, folks who are visually impaired, for example, or hearing impaired, develop heightened abilities to compensate. This occurs because you rely on your other senses to be your guide. There are some other ways clairvoyance can be described, and here are a few. Okay, second sight. Some people call it a second sight. Some people call it ESP, like extra sensory perception. A sixth sense, or they call it simply psychic, okay? All share similar meanings, thus categorized together, but gives us the idea of where clairvoyance falls on the spectrum of the paranormal. I can recall being in places I've never been before and having visions of what that place used to be. So I'm going to share with you an experience that I had. Okay, so I stayed over a friend's place one time in Brooklyn, and I had at that time I'd rarely ever visited Brooklyn, even when I was growing up, because it was notorious for being dangerous. They used to call it Crooklyn, and I had no business being there. Plus, my mom never took me there. I had no business being there. Okay, but anyway, I'd never been to this specific part of Brooklyn, right? So I had no prior knowledge to the area or anything like that. The next morning, because I slept over, I recalled having a dream about being in a dentist's office and having my teeth like being worked on by the entry of the house. And then later on, when I was leaving, I was like, hey, let me ask you something. Do you know, like, if this was like ever a dental office or like something like that? And the response was like, how did you know that? I didn't. I even Googled it myself to see if there was any info online to back it up. And to my own surprise, there it was. It was actually a dental office prior to it being a home. But it was my ability, my clairvoyance, that allowed me to see that. Have you ever experienced clairvoyant-like abilities? Share your experience with me in the comments below. And if you enjoyed my post, please like, share, save, and follow for more. Thank you.